Hello, Twin Rivers teachers. I'm Elaine Wallace, a coordinator in the Curriculum and Instruction and Professional Development Department. I hope you've had a great day of learning with CORE. I'm sure that your brains are full of information, but I'm hoping you have a little brain power left as I have some exciting news to share with you. This summer, we had an amazing group of kindergarten, first, second, and third grade teachers come together with support from CORE to create our very own explicit phonics lesson plans. This video will provide an overview on why they worked on this project, review the 6-step explicit phonics lesson sequence, and explain how to use the manual and the accompanying slides. We'll begin with the why. As we know, effective phonics instruction is an integral part in learning to read. Although Journeys has some solid phonics pieces, there are gaps. This has resulted in teachers having to fill gaps on their own and rely on a variety of supplemental resources, which can vary in quality and overall takes a lot of extra time.
One of the challenges that CORE consultants have faced in working with teachers is where to find the phonics skills within Journeys and how to systematically and intentionally stretch those skills over the course of a week. When we do this, it helps teachers preserve pacing, student engagement, and get very familiar with the routines of the explicit phonics lesson sequence. As we do this, students not only grow in their phonics skills development, but also in their self-confidence in applying those skills independently.
Many of our teachers have asked if there is something consistent we can all use. With support from CORE, our teachers have now created daily phonics lessons based on the science of reading with accompanying slides. These lessons follow the Journey scope and sequence and will help with consistency across the district and overall save teachers time in planning.
Our hope is that teachers across the district will use these and that they'll help create a consistent way of teaching phonics that follows the CORE 6-step phonics lesson and provide everyone with a high-quality, teacher-created product.
Let's pause the video and pass out the manuals. Please don't get too deep into the weeds yet. We'll walk you through all you need to know. Let's begin with a review of the 6-step explicit phonics lesson sequence. If you turn to page 3 in your explicit phonics lesson manual, you will see where phonics instruction fits in the daily ELA block. English language arts time is 120 minutes. Of that 120 minutes, 90 minutes is dedicated to the reading block, and 30 minutes is dedicated to the writing block. During the 90-minute reading block, approximately 35 minutes should be spent on the explicit phonics lesson sequence. Now turn to page 6. Take a moment to review the 6 steps.
The explicit phonics lesson sequence should be used daily in whole group instruction based on the grade level scope and sequence, and in small group instruction based upon a phonics survey and/or short cycle assessment data. In whole group, the sequence will be about 35 minutes and all 6 steps should be taught in order. You'll notice that the explicit phonics lesson sequence follows an I do, we do, you do format. Teachers should pay special attention to explicit lesson procedures, signaling, pacing, monitoring, and providing corrective feedback, all of which are featured on the left-hand column of your lesson plans. Skills in the sequence build upon each other in a logical progression to support both decoding and encoding. In whole group instruction, no step should be skipped. If a lesson needs to be shortened, less words can be practiced in steps 1, 3, and 6. In small group instruction, student data will determine the specific steps that you should target. Some groups of students may need more emphasis or time on some of the steps compared to others, or might benefit from focusing their time on only a subset of specific steps. You can note these on your lesson plan. All students should be provided with the opportunity to apply the focus skills in the context of reading or writing sentences in small groups daily. The routines and repetition in the full 6-step sequence support students as they develop the neural pathways necessary for automatic reading. For a full description of each step of the sequence, please see your Core Teaching Reading Sourcebook, page 175 through 239. To learn more about each step, please see pages 4 and 5 and 7 through 18 for links to videos and more information about the specific routines for each step.
Now let's learn more about how to use our teacher's manuals. Please turn to a lesson and find step 1.
At the top of each lesson, you will see the unit, the lesson or week number, and the focus skill for the week. There is also a link to the EPLS document, which provides overview information about each step. Each step of the lesson is noted in the shaded gray box, as well as the length of time it should take. The overview of each step is on the left, as well as an example of the routine. Note that the same example is used for each lesson. Teachers will need to use the routine with the focus skill of the week and not the sample routine. On the right side, you will find the content for the focus skills that week. Sometimes you will see blank spaces, which are intentionally blank as this will depend on your students' needs. You are welcome to write in your manual as you will get an updated version next year. Go ahead and take a few minutes to review a lesson.
Now let's learn about the slides that can be used for your daily phonics instruction.
In addition to the teacher's manual, our team felt it was important to have slides available to utilize as a teaching tool. Please note that the slides are optional. Some teachers may prefer to use non-digital materials such as whiteboards or chart paper. No matter what you choose to use, it is important to review your teacher's manual so that you fully understand each step of the sequence, as well as the specific routines. It is important to observe your students' progress, as in-the-moment adjustments may be needed.
To begin, note that there is a lesson for each day of the week. The grade level, lesson, and day number are noted on the first slide. Some slides are for teacher use only and provide information or a video example. These slides are hidden in presentation mode with the skip slide feature. Some slides have additional notes below. For example, in step 1, phonemic awareness, the words that are being used orally are in the notes. The blank spaces are simply there to signal cues when blending and segmenting. And in step 6, the words for dictation are noted in the speaker notes. Teachers do have the option to display the slideshow in presenter view so that teachers can view notes on one device while the students view the presentation. This would be a good place to place your EPLS manual open to see that the words you're using. If the quotables are available for your grade, they are linked here. Overall, you'll also notice that the slides are very simple, clean, and professional. The purpose is to minimize distractions for students. Sometimes animations, cute fonts, and pictures can be distracting. It's also important that students are not relying on pictures for cues, as the goal is to decode.
The slides and the digital copies of the teacher's manuals can be found on the Curriculum and Instruction website. Be sure to log into the staff room. Once in the staff room, click on Academics at the top, then click on Curriculum and Instruction. Scroll down to find K6 English Language Arts. You will then find the links to the phonics lesson plan manuals and slides.
Please know that this is our first edition, and we've already noticed some errors that we will update as we see them. If you ever notice a discrepancy between the teacher's manual and the slides, follow the slides, as those are the most current. We also suggest that you lean on your core consultant should you have any questions about the implementation. We are happy to take any input or feedback you might have on these lessons. Please reach out to Elaine Wallace to provide feedback.
Thank you to these amazing teachers for their time and effort. We know both our teachers and students will benefit. And a special thanks to Kara Turand and Erica Hidalgo from Core Learning.